Are you offended at the authentic depiction of what black folks actually went through in this country? Welcome to Racist of the Week, where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the page, and definitely leave me any possible suggestions for nominees in the comments. Our first nominee, Charlotte West High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. In an attempt to commemorate Black History Month, Charlotte West High School ignited controversy displaying these decorations that upset the local community. Now, the display consisted of two doors labeled colored entrance and white entrance, accompanied by a sign reading Sears Department Store 1930, evoking the era of racial segregation, and also Beverly Hills, current day. The intention behind the display was to educate students about the harsh realities of segregation in the early to mid 1900s and Long Island, current day. However, it faced severe backlash from the school district and the public. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit conflicted by this because on the one hand, yes, it is jarring, but on the other hand, it is authentic. I mean, yes, this is offensive, but at the same time, this isn't stuff that in many jurisdictions that they can teach because it involves racism and some people feeling bad about themselves. I have to ask you, who exactly was offended by this? If it was the black students that was offended, that's one thing. Or is it y'all, the administration, the people that are forced to confront their own histories? Is that who was offended? Are you offended at the authentic depiction of what black folks actually went through in this country? Is that what offends you? And by the way, the irony isn't lost on me that it's offensive to show and depict, but not offensive to have respect for the people that actually went through it, to honor their experiences. That's not offensive. Now, Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools issued a statement to WCCB-TV expressing their disapproval, saying, "The school district is required to provide social studies and history lessons to all our students in an age-appropriate manner. Teachers at West Charlotte High School decorated doors that displayed inappropriate content. The activity is not aligned to state standards or with CMS curriculum and approved lesson plans." Now, first, I gotta stop you at age appropriate. So the issue is that it was not age appropriate. This is a high school. So exactly when would learning about segregation be age appropriate? I asked you. And you said it doesn't align with the state standards. Why does it not align with the state standards? Because of the display or because it involves talking about racism? Is that why it doesn't align with the state standards? I got more issues with the response than the display itself. Now, once school leadership was made aware, the display was immediately removed. This happened over the course of a few hours on February 14th. And yes, it was Valentine's Day. Obviously, you can feel the love. They said moving forward, the district's teachers will be retrained in the specific social studies curriculum practices that can be utilized in lesson plans to teach students. So how's that retraining go? No white and colored doors? We don't talk about Sears? Is that where that retraining goes? And good luck, by the way, moving forward and covering this era in American history and not talking about racism. See, the thing about Jackie Robinson is he wasn't allowed to play in Major League Baseball. No. It wasn't a race thing. It was his uniform, because he wouldn't clean his uniform properly. And also, he was chewing, his dip was too strong. That dip that he was chewing was way too strong, because you know how they are. You know how they are with the contraband. Now, to think this teacher was so close to evoking the great Jane Elliott, who, if you're unaware, the day after the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., conducted a blue eyes, brown eyes experiment with her third grade class in April of 1968 to show them the effects of racism, and in my opinion, was groundbreaking. Because the only blue eyes I trust is Chris Hemsworth. Thor kept it real. And also Reese Witherspoon, because Reese is above everything. Our next nominee, Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah, I'm putting the whole city down until the culprit is identified and brought to justice. Add door-to-door salesman while black to the list of people we can't... Huh? Which is door-to-door salesman while black is already there? It's been put there a couple times? Okay. We'll circle it on the list then. Circle it and underline door-to-door while black. Put an asterisk. A Texas door-to-door salesman narrowly avoided a fatal gunshot in early February during a racially motivated attack. The salesman, employed by Reliant Energy, came across a neighbor who shouted racial slurs and then fired at him while he was discussing electricity plans. Now, this is my issue. So you open the door, first of all, for a door-to-door salesman. So first of all, I question your judgment. Second of all, was this planned? It had to have been planned for you to open a door for a door-to-door salesman, but you went all the way through with the ruse to actually discuss electricity plans? Tell the truth, racist guy. You was interested a little bit, wasn't you? Yeah, you was interested a little bit. You're like, oh man, this black, is that, oh, they discussing energy. You know, that's just what we was talking about. Let me get some good information. Yeah, before I racially attack, let me get some good information on my electricity situation. You almost forgot that you were there to racially attack, didn't you? Tell the truth. Now, apparently, the assailant confronted the salesman, pointed a firearm directly at him, and fired a shot. Miraculously, the salesman's work tablet, which he happened to be wearing around his stomach, absorbed the impact of the bullet, saving his life. And I need to know what kind of tablet that was. I mean, that is the best marketing I could ever think of. Was it a Microsoft Surface? No, it had to have been one of those. It was a BlackBerry Playbook, wasn't it? It was a BlackBerry Playbook, because anybody I know that's gotten the BlackBerry Playbook says it's basically a brick. The salesman shared, he just came out and just straight pointed the barrel at me and then shot me and told me to get away from here. I'm lucky it didn't hit me, it hit the tablet. The tablet screen was completely shattered by the bullet, serving as a shield against a potentially fatal shot. He didn't answer whether or not his data was saved, but I'm guessing it was. After escaping the scene, so wait, this man only fired one time? So wait a minute, you are ready to go down for murder. Like, you gonna point a gun directly at somebody and take a shot and then just let them run away? I mean, I'm glad you let them run away, but that begs the question, were you prepared for the weight of your actions when you pulled your piece and decided to pull the trigger? Clearly you were not. Now, the salesman promptly contacted the police despite no one being found inside the home. Upon police arrival, an arrest warrant has been issued for the homeowner, who the salesman saw face to face. The charges include aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and hate crime charges. Further charges may be added as the salesman was seemingly targeted without posing any threat, unless you accuse trying to sign somebody up for a better electricity deal threatening. This is all according to Fort Worth police. Further charges need to be added, because ain't no aggravated assaults when you shoot into my chest. No, they have names for that. The salesman, who thus far has chosen to remain anonymous, conveyed his fear of such an incident happening, especially given his role as a door-to-door salesman for the past 10 years, saying, quote, "This is the one thing I always fear, getting shot at the door, and today it happened. I got 2 daughters. I could have been in a hospital right now," he revealed in an interview. I'm telling you, it is hard enough just walking around living life as a black person. Don't have to go visit somebody in a neighborhood that you don't know. The timeline is fraught with carrying experiences from us being in neighborhoods that we've never been in before. Now imagine being a door-to-door salesman. I'm telling you, black door-to-door salesmen should come with hazard pay. They should get time and a half just based on the actions of people like this. Now, Reliant, who's the employer of the salesman, is actively cooperating with law enforcement to investigate the incident, as confirmed by a company spokesman in a statement. And a quick update on the Jackie Robinson statue, which was stolen from the Wichita, Kansas park, which I addressed in the last edition. So apparently the group responsible were metal scrappers, and the statue was burned in order to sell it. So they went to a public park, took a statue of a beloved figure locally and nationally, and decided that was the metal that they wanted to burn in order to sell it. You know, I was less mad when I thought they were racist. I'm gonna be dead real with you. I was less mad when I thought that they were racist. That's the sense that makes. But I'll actually have more updates coming in the next few days to stories that we covered here. So be on the lookout for that. And if you have somebody you would like to nominate, go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you can email me at reese.waters@gmail.com, and be sure to subscribe to the page and make sure you get notified when the next video drops.